What's going on, moviegoers? So if you're new to the channel, my name is Christian. Welcome to Supergirl Productions. We have the official casting for Supergirl in James Gunn's DCU. Millie Alcock, you guys, the young actress from House of the Dragons, which I absolutely love and adore. And I can't wait for season 2. Such a banger. If you guys haven't seen it, look, I'm not the Game of Thrones fan. I'm not. I tried watching Game of Thrones, but I can't get into it. But House of the Dragons, you guys, is absolutely phenomenal, and she's great in that. So she's going to be the new Supergirl in the DCU. Now, I know a lot of shit was trending yesterday. Supergirl was trending. Sasha Calle was trending because she was Supergirl in The Flash, and everybody was upset that she can't come back to play the character. I'm like, look, she had all of, 13 minutes in The Flash, and it was just okay? And I understand what James Gunn is doing. He is just doing a reboot of everything because he doesn't want anything attached to that particular universe that's been received negatively to transfer over. I'm sorry, but Suicide Squad, and those characters, even like Peacemaker, those characters weren't received negatively. They weren't. They were well received. Amanda Waller was well received. Peacemaker was well received. So those characters can transfer over. And those are the characters that James Gunn brought to life, in those last couple years of the DCEU. So I understand why he's continuing on Peacemaker with season 2, because it was a smash hit for HBO Max. Why not? Everybody loved that show. That show was phenomenal. So I get where James Gunn is coming from. But I am ultimately excited to see Supergirl show up in the DCU. She's going to be making her first appearance in Superman Legacy in 2025. A lot of people feel like this film it might be a little bit too, overloaded with a lot of characters. But like I said before in my recent videos, I believe in James Gunn. He has a wonderful track record for putting together a heartfelt ensemble, action-packed films, especially with the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff. So I think we are in good hands, you guys. But James Gunn took to his social media to confirm and congratulate the young actress. This is what he said. Strangely, Millie was the first person I brought up to Peter for this role. Well, over a year ago, when I had only read the comics, I was watching House of the Dragon and thought she might have the edge, grace, and authenticity we needed for the DCU Supergirl. And now here we are. Life is wild sometimes. So he had been known. She was already on his radar. That is coming full circle. That's so funny because he said about a year ago, and Sasha Calle was already Supergirl about a year ago. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure, he had already seen some of the footage in the film of The Flash, and ultimately it just didn't do it for him. But like I said, I'm excited for Superman Legacy. I cannot wait, you guys. I can't wait to see her in the suit. I can't wait to see everybody in Superman Legacy. Tell me why I'm low-key more excited for phase 1 of the DCEU than anything Marvel is doing right now other than Deadpool 3. How crazy is that? Never in my life, those words would be coming out of my life. Coming out of my mouth. Never. It's just when you have somebody like James Gunn who is spearheading everything in development, it gets you that much more excited because you understand his resume. You get where he's coming from. But it's going to be a lot of fun, you guys. Hopefully more news drops soon. But continuing on, you guys, we have news about Blade. Finally, there's some kind of tidbits about Blade, and this rumor is very interesting. So the rumor states that Blade will be a period piece and will have ties to one of the most MCU's confusing post-credit scenes. Apparently, the film's plot will revolve around an attempt by the villain, Lilith, played by horror queen Mia Goth, to gather up the blood of Blade's daughter in an effort to create an army of daywalkers. To make things more interesting, Goth's baddie will reportedly wield the mysterious ebony blade first seen in Kit Harington's Dane Whitman was revealed to be in the possession of the sword. Interesting, which was shown at the very end of the Eternals. Now, there was rumors that Dane Whitman could appear, but since it's being reported as a period piece, I doubt Dane Whitman, or maybe an ancestor of his, will appear in Blade. And they're leaning for an R rating for Blade, which I think is a brilliant idea. I'm just very hesitant, very hesitant about introducing Blade's daughter and trying to have her be the vocal point or the focus of the story when we should be establishing Blade. Because Blade is the character I want to see crossover with other people, the Midnight Suns and things of that nature. not Blade's daughter. I've never read any of the recent comic book runs of Blade's daughter being in it. I just have no interest in that. I want to establish and focus on Blade. I'm curious why they keep going back to this Blade's daughter stuff. You know what I mean? I just don't know. That's my only reservation about this is, Blade's daughter, Blade's daughter. I'm like, why are we in this phase of the MCU where we're just trying to, introduce these different versions of these characters that are younger so you can set up the young Avengers? Like, I just don't have any interest in that crap. I don't. I'm being completely honest with you guys. It's just, that's the way I feel. Like, why are we going down the route of Blade's daughter? But, like I said, they have the writer from Logan, and everything seems to be going on track, and they look to start shooting late this year, and hopefully it can finally hit its release date. Hopefully they're building sets. Hopefully they're really trying to establish itself, because it's been such a long time since Mahershala Ali has been casted as Blade, you guys. It really is. But following up on the story, so following the release of The Eternals, Marvel Studios executive producer Nate Moore explained how the studio came to connect Blade to the sword. Because the Ebony Blade, the characteristics of the Ebony Blade are not dissimilar to some degree of vampirism. And we think that's an interesting kind of thing to play with, explained Moore. So it sounds as though Blade will establish a much clearer connection to the Stinger scene, though it's not believed that Harington will play the role in the film. Maybe in a post-credit scene, Kit Harington will come and he'll be in full costume. It's a possibility, but nice little tidbit and update on Blade, you guys. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. Oh, also, sorry. So also, the actor who was attached to Blade, Aaron Perry, apparently he's no longer attached to the film. With the rewrites of the script and things of that nature, apparently, he had a lead role, but his character he's been written out. So we no longer have him in Blade, which, is very interesting. But moving on, we're going to talk Ironheart. Ironheart is apparently going to be doing some reshoots from February until April. Ironheart wrap filming, God knows when. Didn't it wrap film like 2 years ago? And they're doing reshoots? I am nervous for this series, but I get it. Feige is going full Kingpin mode. He is not messing around, no pun intended because they're both bald, but he's going full Kingpin mode, and he is just tearing everything apart. Anything that is not up to par to what, the Infinity Saga was establishing, he is just ripping apart. Start from scratch. Dead this, dead that, restart it. I don't care. Daredevil Born Again, scrap it all. Keep a couple episodes, sure, those work. But there's a clear vision and a clear understanding that Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios has over the last 2 years of the mediocrity of the content and the films and the shows that they've been putting out, that the fans have been literally screaming online. It is time to take this shit serious, because like I said, James Gunn over at the DCU is coming, and it's coming fast. So get ready, Marvel Studios, because I have a feeling that, the DCU is going to be a banger, and it's going to give Marvel Studios a run for its money. Best believe that, you guys. So that's going to be interesting. And the Punisher is going to have a much bigger role in Daredevil Born Again due to the rewrites and stuff of that nature. I'm always down to see more John Bernthal. Of course, who doesn't like John Bernthal as a role as Frank Castle? He was so good in Daredevil Season 2. I got to go back and rewatch, the Punisher Season 2, because I stopped watching it because I remember I was watching the show, then they announced it was canceled, and I was just so heartbroken. I was like, oh, hell no, I can't watch this anymore. I was just devastated, you guys. I really, really was devastated. But we have a brand new look at Sam Wilson, Captain America, you guys, and his new Captain America suit. It looks good. I understand why they got rid of the cowl in the back part. It's very interesting, because if you go and you watch the making of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they had to CGI every scene he was in to close the gap, because the fabrication just wouldn't close. So it costs money ultimately to have that suit on screen every single time when you got to, put that, that makeup of the CGI on the suit. So I get why they took it and got rid of it. And I think honestly, it looks a lot better, but I'm still looking forward to Captain America. Apparently reshoots don't start until the script is repolished, and they're doing like 4 to 6 months of reshoots for this film, which is very concerning to me. But, I'm really hoping that they get this shit together, and, we can finally establish the Thunderbolt Hulk storyline, and Tiamat from the Eternals. Apparently that's going to have the adamantium storyline attached to this film and things of that nature. Xerxes might appear in the film. Apparently she's going to turn it into like a diamond, and that forms the adamantium, and that's how, you know, they use it, and the Thunderbolts are going to be involved. It's a whole thing with this particular movie. Hopefully, it doesn't feel overcrowded with plot lines and stories. So, let me know what you guys think. These topics were very interesting. I'm excited for Supergirl. I'm excited for Blade. You know, there's a lot of things to look forward to with these topics of discussion. So please post your comments down below and let me know what you guys think. And of course, thank you for taking time out of your day for watching Zero Productions. Peace.